So we are up almost 17% on Ocugen stock again since we last covered it just a few days ago, which is absolutely insane. And you have to know that this isn't the first time we've seen such incredible gains. In fact, after getting shorted down heavily in the past, the stock experienced 3 spikes, gapping up more than 10,000% from its absolute lows to the recent highs. So what we are doing today is giving you an updated insight into what is actually happening to the stock and the company, as well as break down exactly whether it is a buy at the end of this video. And as the analysis in this video is super important to know before buying the stock, make sure to stay tuned. Before we jump right in, however, just hit that subscribe button down below. And as we'll keep you updated on breaking news and awesome trading opportunities every single day, subscribing would not only help us but also you. So there is really no excuse for not smashing the subscribe button. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you feel so. Alright, let's take a look at what is happening. So Ocugen recently got hyped up a ton due to optimism about a deal to co-commercialize a potential coronavirus vaccine in the US. And it's crucial for our prediction at the end of this video to answer the question of whether it's too late to get in on this story or if Ocugen's share gains are only just beginning. Here is the deal. So Ocugen is normally developing gene therapy for the treatment of eye diseases that cause blindness. And while this business is looking pretty good, being just very few steps away from actually launching 4-phase trials extremely soon, the crazy thing, however, is that earlier this year, Ocugen confirmed its involvement in a completely different area, coronavirus vaccine development. The company partnered up with India's Bharat Biotech to co-develop and co-commercialize Bharat's Covaxin in the US. And where the new vaccine is absolutely in the lead is the location. India, where Bharat's trial is taking place, is the one of the biggest coronavirus epicenter. As mentioned before, the country is even home to a new variant. So it makes a ton of sense to capitalize on the demand, which opens massive growth opportunities. Additionally, and this also makes it so special, is that it differentiates itself from other vaccines in its ability to protect against multiple viral antigens. It was found that 78% of patients who received 2 doses of the vaccine developed immunity against all stages of the virus. But the real reason for the massive spikes in the stock is the massive hype from retail investors. And with so much incredible support from the community, some new short-term spikes, such as those on AMC recently, are very likely. Additionally, the probability of this happening skyrockets, as we have already seen the stock peak twice this year at about $16, currently experiencing the exact same technical setup we've had before those jumps in price. In the last video we told you that this could then lead to another 150% run, which we've already seen 16% off since then. But in order to evaluate the future success of all the collaborations and hype for our prediction at the end, however, we have to compare this project to the ones of the other big vaccine companies right now. Nevertheless, it's difficult to compare Bharat's data to the early results of market leaders Pfizer and Moderna. When Pfizer and Moderna generated initial reports, variants of concern hadn't yet gained ground. However, we can take a look at the more recent data report from one of today's leaders. Early last month, Pfizer, for example, announced trial data updated through March 13. By this time, 927 symptomatic cases of coronavirus had accrued, with the vaccine showing 91.3% efficacy against COVID-19. Nevertheless, Bharat's vaccine performs way better than the necessary level of 50%. But bear in mind that Ocugen will also face major competition at that point. Rivals Pfizer and Moderna will continue to dominate the market if their efficacy and safety performance remains high. But if you then take a look at the massive potential in countries like India, it's clear why the stock has recently risen so much. It's needless to say, however, that you need to be careful regarding the very high volatility. Only invest money you are willing to potentially lose. Alright, with that being it for today's video, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video and want to support our mission of providing free financial information to everyone here on YouTube, please ensure you're subscribed and definitely consider leaving a like. As mentioned before, it really means the world to us. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.